important reminder. All information and ideas are for informational purposes only and are in no way intended as medical advice or as a substitute for medical counseling. Earthshift Products, Dr. Robert Cassar, all of their partners, affiliates, and subsidiaries will not be held accountable for the use or misuse of the information presented therein. This information is not intended as medical advice. The authors, publishers, and speakers of this work are not medical doctors and do not recommend the use of mineral-deficient foods, drugs, or medicines to achieve beauty and to alleviate health challenges. Because there is always some risk involved, all persons involved with the development and distribution of this information are not responsible for any adverse effects or consequences of any kind resulting from the use or misuse of any suggestions or procedures described on our website or Earthshift Live radio talk show or therein.
Create with you the vision that many of us share of a new world. And part of that process is to master our physical bodies, and the other part is to master the mind. And we are here to share. We're not experts on anything. We're here to share the golden nuggets we found along the way. And we know many of you have a lot of golden nuggets, and we're looking forward to receiving the benefits of your experience and wisdom also. Louder.
There you go. Keep it closer.
Okay.
Like an inch.
Okay.
That's perfect right there. There you go.
I know a lot of this is a shared vision by many of you, and that's why we're here. I'm particularly grateful for Hugh, who has helped make this possible. We appreciate his support. One of the things I learned a long time ago as I've got to know Roberto Cassar is that he flows on a more naturalistic time. It's not so much a clock time. That's a different world that some people live in. Animals don't seem to go around with clocks. It can be frustrating for those people who are on a time schedule, yet you will not find clocks out in nature. It's more a biorhythm. And I've been taught that lesson by being involved with Roberto, as so many other lessons that we are going to be able to benefit from his experience. One of the individuals who shared this vision of Earthshift Project from the beginning was a Mark Daniels, and he kind of wrote an outline of that vision of Earthshift Project, and we'd like to invite him up to share that vision with us all.
Just to introduce Mark
To you.
Yeah, that's why I was trying not to get too close to you. We were ringing.
You can hand stick my.
There we go. I've known Mark Daniels probably for how long now, Mark? 30 years?
Going on 30 years.
30 years. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Don't get close to that speaker. Move over this way just a tad. There we go.
Good job.
Now, we've had a sojourn. Remember, I've known him for 30 years. So Mark and I have actually climbed up a ladder because we still know each other. And I've changed much since, of course, the 30-year time span. So the idea of this whole project here is actually to share people's sojourns, because actually the idea of this whole project is, how did you transform yourself to a healthier, vibrant, more naturalistic lifestyle? Because that's, of course, a big picture right now. And Mark and I, over about a 30-year period, have gone through multiple new disciplines, philosophies, concepts, from eating 2 pounds of meat a day, 4 pounds of meat a day. I used to eat 2. And my father can go ahead and tell you that, because I've eaten more food 7 times a day. There he comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know that this guy is going to look like this one of these days. He needs a haircut. He's so smart. It's because he's got my brains. Okay? This guy was only this big, okay? A little sissy when he was no beard, and this is what he's like today. He also works for my company, and I just wanted you to say thank you very much for backing these guys up, especially my son here, who's much more intelligent than I am. But get a haircut, son.
I know. He tells me to get a haircut every day, so I'm learning. I actually trimmed it the other day.
If anybody wants to know where Robert got his showmanship from, it's definitely from his fall.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't fall from the tree. That's far from it.
It's
that's
Mr.
for sure.
Charisma over there. Yeah, yeah. It's actually a disease, you know what I mean? Charisma, because actually if you have a little bit of it, you get a lot of it. You do. You get a lot of around. Mark and I really are actually, as Robin, we're all sharing a type of sojourn that actually is very, at this time, curious for people that have sickness, that have a understanding that consciousness and genetics is the new tune. It's not I want to go to school to become a doctor. It's not I want to become another type of worker. This is actually a new way to think, how to expand this body called I call it the cyborg, okay? It's a machine. And how to be able to manipulate it yourself instead of actually going to someone else, to be able to actually have them think that they can share with you how to manipulate this machine when of course they have no idea how to, because we can just look at most of the doctors and most of the different people. Remember, this is nothing more anymore than to share what you learn. There's no ego here. Mark's lost, I think, close to 55 pounds of baggage. Whoa! I've lost about 35 pounds of baggage.
That baggage wasn't necessarily what people would find unattractive, like just fat. Brief. Oh, I can't. I don't want it to.
No, I won't. It's because when I get close to you.
Real brief, because I don't want to get into my past at all, but a real brief past. A meat-eating, kickboxing, competitive bodybuilder, competitive Muay Thai kickboxer that had about 55 pounds of muscle, not only fat. So it wasn't just the microbe called fat, it was baggage. I call it baggage, not only in the physical form, but the psychological mental form, which baggage referring to this burden that we carry every day. And our heads telling us we have to be something, do something, get something, make something, take something, steal something, whatever the case may be, it's always something. And what I'm about to read is an introduction to Earthshift Project and what it's about. What it is about is expanding conscious awareness. Conscious awareness of what? Of you, me, all of us collectively. Not so much who we are as what we are. And it seems not at that point in explaining that, some people might be singing to the choir and they understand exactly what I'm talking about. Others are going, what's this guy talking about? What we are. But collectively, there is one organism here, there's one being here, and some people refer to it as the self. And there isn't anything going on in this world.
Closer. There you go.
I think I'm being pretty loud.
No, you're good. No, I can hear. Go ahead. Master.
No one's doing anything for ourselves. See what I've said? Yeah. Please do.
Oh, then please do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got a sound pro here. Hey, just to put this little event together, let me tell you, this has taken teams of people, countless hours to put this together. This little event here, yoga swings, cameras, video. I mean, Casey, both of us, and plus 10, 15 other people, 20 hats a day wearing all these different things. Ultimate Superfoods, Earthshift Project, getting the ranch together here so we can actually accommodate people and make this so it actually is an experience. Remember, this is a school when you look around. It's a school. So people are coming here actually to learn how to do some of the things they don't know how to do. Hey, that sounds better than mine.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay. Now we got some sound. Whoa. Now we got sound. La 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 la. Okay, sound better. Now, one of the things we were going to do, a little cranky, we wanted to go ahead and actually put everybody in tune here before we actually even start. And tune, Robin's going to share with you, he studies consciousness. I study this thing called genetics, the body. So he showed me many things, of course, this little peanut didn't know, and I showed him down here many things that body didn't know. It was a good trade-off, okay? And we both, since the time I've met him, 3 years? Or more? Close to 4? I think that you aren't even the same person I met. You've lost how many pounds of baggage? I mean, when I met you, remember, you don't look the same. I have your pictures. When you showed me the land in Hawaii, we also have 111 acres. Dad, thank you for the 42 acres in Hawaii, wherever you, there he is. He bought me 42 acres in Hawaii, actually. I put up some of the money, but he put up most of it. To be able to actually, play a bigger game than just building a house on Hawaii. Robin has 70 acres below, this beautiful, beautiful place in Hawaii, and then we have 42 acres above. And the idea we have is to be able to actually put together an ascensionist.
You need to use your own mic.
Okay.
You're using
I'm sorry. An ascensionist community.
Turn them up.
Okay, and this ascensionist community, either that or you can shut me off. Okay, is that good? Can you hear me now? Is it okay? Hello, hello, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, something's wrong with this one? Or I have to just put it closer. I can just shut it down.
We'll just pass the mic. We'll just pass the mic. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now we're back to singing again. La la la, I got the good mic now. What was I talking about? The property. So we have 111 acres on the property, 42 above, 70 acres below. And, hey Rachel, you're hiding back there. That's the companion of Rabien, that's Rachel. These are the two people that actually turned me on to the land in the Big Island. They took me by the hand over there, because if you go to the Hawaii, you don't know what you're doing. You're lost in space. And my whole idea was to find some really good land and some people to be able to see if we could actually put together a community called a naturalistic community. One that runs off free energy, one that actually grows its own food, does its own healthcare, has its own community, and actually is sort of like a dream. The American dream is to work together, actually not to fight each other. So we know, Robin and I, when talking to this, Rachel and the group, we know that there's actually a perfect time right now to be able to play this game, because years ago we couldn't find any players. Remember, all I did was complain. There's no players to play. We've designed a wholesale superfoods club with over 500 products right now, so you could easily jump into the system. You want to change your ways? Well, then spend 10 years and spend basically millions of dollars and sift through all the charlatanism out there. Go to Whole Foods, like my dad says, and he says, okay, great, you got me going to a health food store. I said, Dad, that's not a health food store, it's a healthier food store. Okay, it's not really that good, it's a healthier food. It's better than the food. So our whole program here is really to go ahead and actually give an idea that you can do this. Why? Because we've actually created some games for you to play. A wholesale superfood club, you have all this food. We're going to share with you different products, just like we did the yoga swing. These are incredible products when you're searching the world to find things. These are the tools that make it so you could actually play this regenerational game. Now, look at some of the products we found. Look at some of the products we've used. Okay? Look at the recipes and the different things that actually are better than I've ever eaten before. But there is a transformational stage, you'll see. You have to go through turbulence. Let's go ahead and do our movement.